And now, the best 60-ish seconds of your week.
And it's Saturday, June the 6th, a day that should always be remembered as D-Day, the greatest amphibious assault in the history of the world, where the Allies stormed the beaches at Normandy, broke through the Germans' Atlantic Wall, and began the liberation of Europe and the defeat of Nazi oppression. Many, many heroes came out of that day, but one that I'm particularly in love with was one of my kin, General L.T. Gerow, G. Gerow, who led the 5th Corps, which consisted of the Big Red 1, many have heard of that because of the movie, and the 29th Infantry Division, two storied divisions in U.S. Army history. More than 35,000 men at his command as he controlled the beaches at Omaha, and where most of the action was that day. And so permit me, if you will, to just take a moment to read the words of General Leonard T. G. Gerow in his message to the officers and men of the 5th Corps on June the 5th, the day before the big assault. He said, "You have been selected by the Supreme Allied Command to perform the most important military operation in the history of the world. Your task will be to destroy the Nazi defenders of the Western Gate of Europe and lead our victorious forces on to Berlin. The way has been magnificently prepared for you. The Hun has been driven from the sea, annihilated by the Russians, kicked out of Africa, bombed from the air, and now is nervously and hopelessly waiting for you to deliver the final knockout blow. You are well prepared to do this job. No troops have ever entered battle better trained or more magnificently equipped. Supporting you will be the tremendous resources of the Allied naval and air forces. Success is assured. With your victory will come the eternal gratitude of freedom-loving nations the world over. I have implicit confidence in your professional ability, your courage, your determination, and your unbridled, steadfast optimism. Hit hard and keep going forward. We fight on God's side and cannot fail." D-Day, June the 6th, 1944. Let us all remember the sacrifices that were made that day and in the days following to free Europe, to destroy the Nazis, and to bring freedom, as General Gerow suggested. And back here at the good old US of A, some primaries this week. And again, an indication that Donald Trump's strength goes far down into the primary system in several states where, again, his backed candidates prevailed. But one situation that was very interesting to observe was the one in California, where this goofy ranked voting system and all sorts of convoluted stuff that you'd expect out of California. But rising out of those weird ashes was Steve Hilton, a Fox journalist running on the Republican side who made it to the final two, apparently. And Tom Steyer, with tens of millions of his own dollars pumped into the race. Once again, this isn't his first rodeo where he's stuck, tens of millions of dollars of his own money into these vanity campaigns. Appears, takes them forever to count out in California because of all the convolution, but it appears didn't even make it into the finals. So stay tuned for news from the Golden State. And it's the first Saturday of June, and of course, the Belmont Stakes, the end of the Triple Crown run. No Triple Crown winner this year because Golden Tempo sat out the Preakness, but is back in the field, a small field at Belmont, actually at Saratoga again this year. The last year it'll be at Saratoga while Belmont undergoes a multi-million-dollar renovation up there. It's going to be interesting again because it's a shorter race than usual. It's 1.25 miles, similar to the Kentucky Derby, rather than the 1.5 miles, which they run up at Belmont. That's always been a real test for some of these speedster horses, so we'll have fun watching them later today. Renegade goes off as the early favorite, but Renegade's been the favorite before and not performed. Golden Tempo back in the field, Commandment, and several others that look like they will be a lot of fun to watch. A small field at Saratoga today. So watch and enjoy, because for now, that is the best 60-ish seconds of your week.